tomorrow is a big day for the state of Andhra Pradesh. TDP Chief and Chief Minister designate Chandrababu Naidu is all set to be sworn into the office in the presence of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Several stars such as Allu Arjun and of course Chiranjeevi. Mr. Naidu, once seen as the CEO of Andhra Pradesh who got Microsoft to India, will return to office 5 years after his party TDP was defeated by the YSR Congress party in the 2019 Assembly elections. He was today, of course, chosen as the new Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh by the MLAs of not just TDP but also legislators of NDA allies, BJP and Janasena. NDA performed well in the Andhra Pradesh elections this time, securing 21 out of 25 Lok Sabha seats in the state and also sweeping the assembly polls. So how is Chandrababu Naidu's governance this time going to be different? Will there be more focus on political governance? This is something that he has promised, and less importance to bureaucrats. How will it change the present and future of Andhra Pradesh? That is what we will try and understand tonight. But first, let's listen into what Chandrababu Naidu said even as he got elected as the CM designate of the NDA.
మీరందరూ కలిసి నన్ను శాసనసభ నాయకుడిగా ఎన్డీఏ శాసనసభ నాయకుడిగా ఎన్నుకున్నందుకు మనస్ఫూర్తిగా అందరికీ నమస్కారాలు తెలియజేస్తున్నా, అభినందన తెలియజేస్తున్నా, ధన్యవాదాలు. ఇప్పుడే మిత్రులు మాట్లాడారు. నేను కూడా చాలా ఎన్నికలు చూశాను. ఈసారి రాష్ట్ర చరిత్రలో ఎప్పుడూ ఇవ్వనటువంటి తీర్పు ఇచ్చారు. ఈ తీర్పు మళ్ళీ నిలబెట్టుకునే బాధ్యత మనందరిపైన ఉంటుంది. అయితే రాష్ట్రంలో ఉండే 5 కోట్ల ప్రజలందరికీ శిరస్సు వంచి పాదాభివందనం చేస్తున్నా. ఈ రాష్ట్రాన్ని కాపాడుకోవడానికి మీరు చూపించిన చొరవ కోసం అందరం కూడా ఒకటి క్యాంపెయిన్ చేశాం. ప్రజలు గెలవాలి, రాష్ట్రం నిలబడాలి. ప్రజలు గెలిచారు. రాష్ట్రాన్ని నిలబెట్టే బాధ్యత ఇక్కడుండే శాసనసభ్యులపైన మనందరిపైన ఉంది. ఈ విషయం మనం గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాల్సిన అవసరం ఉంది.
Also joining us now is Aishwarya, my colleague who's reporting from Vijayawada. Aishwarya, tell us, what was the meeting like today? Purandeshwari, Pawan Kalyan, everyone talking about Chandrababu Naidu and of course he being elected as NDA leader. This is a big day for TDP and tomorrow is a big day for the state of Andhra Pradesh. Who are the guests expected? Is Pawan Kalyan going to be the Deputy Chief Minister? How many birds? What are you hearing from the ground?
Well, the biggest and the latest update is that Home Minister Amit Shah will be arriving in Vijayawada, and accompanying Mr. Amit Shah would be JP Nadda, and there would be a meeting that is scheduled at 10:20 p.m. At Chandrababu Naidu's residence that will last for almost 30 minutes, and it will be an overnight halt for Mr. Amit Shah, and tomorrow he will be attending the swearing-in ceremony. But of course, as day unfolded today, it was Mr. Naidu who was elected unanimously as the leader of the NDA. Today a meeting was called and all the 164 MLAs of the NDA attended that particular meeting along with the Janasena MLAs and the Bharatiya Janata Party MLAs as well. It was a letter of support later that was handed over to the governor, after which the governor invited Chandrababu Naidu for the oath-taking ceremony tomorrow at which is scheduled tomorrow at 11:27 a.m. Just near the Gannavaram airport in Vijayawada. Now, interestingly, the sources have stated that it could be Pawan Kalyan who can be given an important portfolios like home and also a deputy chief minister position. But what would be the Bharatiya Janata Party be settling for is something that remains to be seen. And this comes at a backdrop when Amit Shah is meeting Mr. Naidu as far as what the Bharatiya Janata Party will be getting, whether there would be 2 deputy chief ministers as it was seen in Odisha, or whether there would be key portfolios that could be handed over to the Bharatiya Janata Party is something that still remains to be seen. but we have been told that the formula is 19:4:2, 19 from the TDP, 4 from the Janasena party and 2 from the Bharatiya Janata party. This is a figure that the top leaders of the TDP also confirmed to us, but who will be the key leaders in that cabinet alongside Chandrababu Naidu, who will be taking oath tomorrow, will be decided later after that crucial meeting with Amit Shah. On the other side, as you asked about the the stars of Telugu industry, from the Tollywood, from the Bollywood, who would be coming. Of course, Chiranjeevi's name had confirmed so far that he would be arriving in Vijayawada tonight itself. It would be Mr. Balakrishna's family who had already arrived here in Vijayawada. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, along with senior BJP leaders, are also expected to arrive over here in Vijayawada tomorrow morning, and they will be attending the swearing-in ceremony. Almost 50 to 60,000 supporters will be gathering at the IT Park venue of Chandrababu Naidu swearing in. So it would be a grand fest, and of course the message Chandrababu Naidu gave today from that particular meeting, that they need to work together with the cooperation of centre, and they will work to revive the economy of Andhra Pradesh, and the promises that they had made that needs to be also fulfilled as far as Andhra Pradesh is concerned.
Well, thank you, Aishwarya, for joining us with those details. It's a big day for you as well tomorrow, and we'll keep coming back to you for all the updates from the state of Andhra Pradesh. Also joining us now is GVL Narasimha Rao, who's a national spokesperson BJP. We have Deepak Reddy, spokesperson of the TDP. We have Anurag Naidu, who tracks the TDP very closely, is a political analyst, and we also have Pulla Rao, who has often been with us, a political and social analyst. To you, Mr. Rao, first, as a psephologist, as somebody who's been an observer of politics, what does this mean for your party, sir? Because I cover your party, and there's always been this sense that we need to grow in every state. But of course, Andhra, has not been too receptive to the BJP in the past. But of course, you have a powerful ally now, on and off ally, but now looks like a permanent ally for some time at least. What does this mean for the BJP in Andhra Pradesh? So you'll have to unmute yourself. Yes, sir.
Yeah, good evening to you, all the panelists and the viewers. You see, the success of the BJP in 2024 election, certainly the success in Telugu states is a major highlighting point of this election. Because in the two Telugu states, the BJP or the NDA had only 4 seats. And in today's parliament, we have 29, 21 from Andhra Pradesh, of which BJP has only 3, but NDA has 21, and with Telangana's 8, 29 seats. So 10% of BJP NDA's tally in this parliament comes from the two Telugu states, which have lost a lot of significance since 2014 because we did not win many seats. NDA did not win any seats in Andhra Pradesh in 2019. BJP on its own won 4 only. So to that extent, the Telugu states have acquired a lot of significance, and we are very happy about this story because Kerala and Tamil Nadu have yielded some seats, but still the two Telugu states have dominated the southern performance of the BJP. Right. And we certainly expect this to grow. In Tamil Nadu, we certainly hope to be the ruling party in another 3.5-4 years when elections happen there. Right. And also in Andhra Pradesh, we will certainly work at the grassroots level to enhance BJP's presence. But we would certainly want to continue this new successful NDA coalition, which has delivered a historic mandate. Right. The mandate Mr. Chandrababu Naidu led NDA. I would call it Naidu-led NDA in Andhra Pradesh because they are the major party in Andhra Pradesh. But this is a historic mandate, and certainly we would like to fulfill the aspirations of the people of Andhra Pradesh, and also expand our presence in some years to come.
Right. So that's a lot of Telugu Atma Gauravam. Let me go to Pulla Rao first to just set the context right. Mr. Rao, you know, the CEO of Andhra Pradesh is back in power in the state, Chandrababu Naidu. He was seen as this original, politician with a mind of technocrat. He's also a key player in the center now because TDP, of course, has 16 MPs and, it is part of the NDA alliance. And today, Pawan Kalyan has proposed his name. This is also supported by Purandeshwari. How do you see the politics of TDP and also Andhra Pradesh changing after this?
You see, first of all, Andhra Pradesh has had 3 elections since its formation, and it has been a kind of revolving door political situation. Chandrababu Naidu was there in 2014, out he went. 2019, Jagan came, out he went. 2024. Will Andhra become a state like Kerala or Tamil Nadu? Every 5 years, whatever you do, there'll be another government.
Right.
We can't say. We have to wait for another 5 years for that. And I think what Chandrababu Naidu said in the speech just now, which you screened, he said it's a very big challenge. Right. He's aware of the challenge. Very big challenge. It's not as simple as I've got a majority, I'll do what I like. There is an opposition. There are many social forces. I use the word social forces to not use the word caste. There are lots of castes which are now competitive. They're aspiring castes. The old politics won't do. What went on in 2014 or earlier, he's a very, very smart man. He's a senior man. I will never say anything less than that for Chandrababu Naidu. But the challenges are immense.
Right.
And he has to balance welfareism with so-called progress, development, and he has to show both. So therefore, it's a very, very key situation. Plus, he has to manage a coalition.
Right.
This kind of coalition has never been there before. Right. There were, BJP had 2 ministers. Now there are 3 parties. Something like Bihar, where, you have to be very masterly, you have to take care of it. So therefore, it is a very big challenge. And perhaps he will meet the challenge. But it is always a challenge for every day, not only because there is an opposition party, YSRCP, which enjoyed this kind of election result 5 years ago now. Out it went.
Right.
Plus, now the social forces in his cabinet, will they compete with each other? Will they align with each other? That question we have to see. Are their expectations
That's very interesting.
satisfied?
Deepak Reddy, would you like to respond to that? Because Mr. Rao actually, enlisted a lot of challenges also for any party, understandably. Amravati is also back in the limelight. There was a time when a lot of people actually felt, that it is a vanity project, but we also understand the developmental aspect of it. There is a lot of chatter about special category status, although your party has not talked about it now, but the opposition is. How are you looking at challenges this time, not just in the state of Andhra Pradesh, but also nationally, where you play a very important role?
Let me first start off with something on the national front. We have made it absolutely very clear that we were not really interested in a few ministerial berths here or there. That's not our priority. Our priority was only the development of the state of Andhra Pradesh. And whatever is in the larger interest, we would be supporting it, supporting the NDA and Modi ji's government out there. As far as Andhra Pradesh is concerned, the rest of India doesn't know what actually happened in the last 5 years. When we lost power in 2019, the total debt in the state was around 2.5 to 2,75,000 crores. But now, including all guarantees and different type of debt put together, it's between 12 to 13 lakh crores. And the past government has got a lot of secret geos, not knowing what actually happened. So I think it will take another 1 week to 10 days for us to know what exactly these guys have done. So it is not a cakewalk. There is a lot of responsibility, and there is it's a tough road ahead. But the people of Andhra Pradesh have showed their confidence on Chandrababu Naidu ji. In this kind of a situation, only he can save the state. We feel that the previous government has taken our state almost 20 to 30 years behind.
Okay.
So we have a whole lot of planning. We have already started off in the last 3-4 days on what are the areas to work on. How do we solve these problems? The first thing is there's about 4,500 crores of payment for pensions is coming up by the 1st of next month.
Right.
So we are already working on how to honor all these commitments. Definitely, it is not easy, but at the same time, not just the people of Andhra Pradesh, everybody are confident that with the vast experience of our leader Chandrababu Naidu ji, we can deliver.
Right. Anurag Naidu, CBN was seen as one of the rare politicians with a pro-industry, pro-technology image, and he's also known for his contribution in making technology, Hyderabad a tech hub. Now, tell us how different is Chandrababu Naidu this time, because he's also experienced, and I was listening to some of his statements that he made in front of his new MP-elects, where he said that this time the focus is going to be on political governance. He's going to be accessible. He's not going to give a lot of importance to bureaucracy. He's going to give a lot of importance and emphasis to rural Andhra Pradesh. So he also has a rival in the form of Jagan Mohan Reddy, who could not be destroyed even when he was in jail. So clearly those challenges are important. Promises have been made. They have to be fulfilled. How do you see this Chandrababu Naidu vis-a-vis the Chandrababu Naidu that we saw in the 90s and also in 2014?
I think one difference that I can see in Mr. Naidu is right now he's craving for speed. And he knows that, there are a lot of blame game that is happening, that Amravati has not been built, nothing has been done. Because if you see Amravati, whatever it is there, has been done in a record 5 years' time. But still, Mr. Naidu feels that was more bureaucratic in approach. He needs to be more political. That means he needs to run against the time. He knows that he has to race against the time to get things, achieved for Andhra. So this time, he's clearly saying that he's not going to be very bureaucratic, very procedural, and he's going to go on his own. And if you see this combination also, Vasudha, when BJP has come in, there was a lot of clamor, a lot of gaga about 10 seats given to BJP. GVL is with us. GVL gave his seat away as a part of the coalition dharma. He incubated Vizag for last 3 years, and he knows the pain. So everyone came together. The vote was for the Kutami, and every single person or every single united, the entire coalition was fighting against a government that had 151 MLAs, had already spent 4.85 lakh crore on a direct benefit transfer. And these people were trying to convince people that we are going to come in with a development model of our own, which goes alongside welfare. Now, the challenge that I feel, Vasudha, here, as Deepak mentioned, now he mentioned about the pension. Jagan said 3,000, these people said 4,000, 4,500 odd pension. Now, there is an increase in the social, spending that this government or this Kutami has also promised. Alongside, there is a pressure of doing a development. And now that is somewhere Mr. Naidu feels that if he goes too bureaucratic, there will be a lot of hurdles in delivering both the promises, which comes with double challenge. Right. So now we have a triple engine Sarkar in Andhra Pradesh. The challenges are also triple. So I think we need extra bit of effort in delivering these promises that the Kutami has made. And I'm sure that they're going to do wonders because of the success that BJP has also given. 8 MLAs. It's a record in the history of Andhra Pradesh. They contested 10, 80% strike rate. 3 MPs in places where YSR Congress was predominantly thought about that they are strong enough. Places like Ankappalli, because of BJP's influence in Prime Minister's campaign, they swung the Ankappalli into the BJP's fold. So winning 3 valuable parliament seats for the TDP. And it's a unique opportunity where in Andhra, BJP is in government. In Telangana, they're virtually or, they're typically in as an opposition today, if you see comprehensive perspective. So I think it's a very good standing the BJP has today in both the Telugu state, and as GVL mentioned, it's a golden opportunity. We need to see how the center versus state thing goes on, because a lot of promises have been made by the union government to Mr. Naidu, and that's why I've given to understand that it's not pressurized too much on the ministerial, but there are larger promises in store, which is related to the financial assistance to the state and the projects and the prioritization to the growth of Andhra Pradesh.
So from having no seats in Andhra Pradesh, BJP now is talking about how the Tirupati seat could have also been won if there was a different candidate.
Absolutely.
So clearly that's a very, that's improvement.
But Tirupati was also very close. Vasudha, Tirupati was also very close. It was almost there. It was almost there.
Tirupati seems to be a different story, and I think GVL Narasimha Rao will agree with that. GVL, you tell us, how do you see CBN's statement when he says without the centre's support, it is not possible to rebuild the bifurcated Andhra Pradesh, sir? Because when he says that, there is a sense of assurance that your party might be getting that this man is not going to move out anytime. But of course, he has, he's been known to make flip-flops in the past. So how do you see this?
No, certainly we are very confident of not only a stable government at the center, at continued support of allies, including the TDP and JDU, because obviously, in 2018, the parting of ways hasn't worked to the advantage of either. It has neither worked for the TDP, which suffered a big defeat in 2019, nor did it help BJP, because we fell to the lowest ever ebb in Andhra Pradesh. So it's certainly coming together of the two parties and the Janasena has certainly yielded the maximum political results that the alliance or individual parties could have hoped for. And so after this, certainly, as we go along, Andhra Pradesh, when they came up with their manifesto, it was we made it very clear that the central government would support the development agenda of Andhra Pradesh to the extent possible. Certainly, I think everything will have to be discussed.
Right.
Even in the last 5 years, I think Andhra Pradesh has received extraordinary support in the 10 years, not just 5 years,
right.
in terms of infrastructure spending. We have spent 10 times more in Andhra Pradesh for the railways development than what UPA did in 5 years.
Right.
We've done that in the case of highways. So infrastructure development, Andhra Pradesh will continue to get a very top
right.
priority. And also with rational expenditure, with rationalization, and also better taxes collection, Andhra Pradesh, in the experienced hands of Mr. Chandrababu Naidu,
right.
will certainly will be able to manage the demands on the one side and the availability of resources.
Right.
I think another thing, let me make it very clear, my analysis of this verdict is not competitive populism that helped TDP to win. Certainly, TDP manifesto also made a lot of promises in excess of what YCP has done.
Right.
But that is not what people elected this government for. The real mandate is they wanted it to be governed better. And it is a vehement vote against YCP.
Right.
Therefore, doing the same thing, more of it is not going to help this coalition. I'm sure experienced leadership will understand that.
Okay, I'll come to Pularao in a bit for the last word, but Deepak Reddy, your closing remarks on this, because post-elections there were also rumours and speculations that the India Alliance had also offered the party special category status, to Andhra Pradesh and also key portfolios in return for the party's support. But Mr. Naidu flew to Delhi and he joined the NDA meeting. So what made Mr. Naidu take this call even in February, sir? Because of course there were feelers from the other side as well.
Vasudha, I need to be a little clear on this aspect because of the false information what the India Alliance has spread. About 3 months before we made the alliance, we had two options. We could have either gone with the India Alliance or we could have gone with the NDA. But we made a conscious choice based on a whole lot of parameters. And we want to be part of the NDA Alliance. We believe in the Modi ji's, growth
right.
story. Chandrababu Naidu ji has a 2047 vision of Andhra Pradesh. Similarly, Modi ji has a 2047 vision for India. So it is not just a few seats here or there. It is a vision, a shared vision which is there. And secondly, when we lost power in 2019, when we went our ways, BJP did not get more than Nota. Pawan Kalyan lost both his seats and we lost power. So we believe we need to stick together and the people want us to stick together. So this is a relationship which is not just for this election, but it's going to be fair for the next 10 to 15 years. So the India Alliance can be disappointed now. We are here to be and we're going to strongly support the NDA and take an active role.
Right. Mr. Rao, closing remarks, just 30 seconds, sir. What would you think? What are the challenges for Andhra Pradesh and what's your big message for TDP?
TDP is, both Mr. Deepak Reddy and JVL are very senior people. I respect them. Having said that, the same old politics won't work in Andhra. Mr. Naidu must understand there are new social aspirations. It cannot be. I'll tell you one small thing. In the 17 MPs he has not fielded a single kapu. BJP, in the 16 people they fielded not a single kapu and they form 25% of the population. Okay, the past is past. But in the future, I hope they'll rectify this. They will more harmonious in these aspects. These are things which will crop up.
Thank you all of you for joining me on this show. Thank you so much. I'm really out of time now. Earlier today, in the same context, I also spoke to Ram Mohan Naidu, the cabinet minister, the new cabinet minister who's going to be taking oaths. He is going to take charge day after tomorrow. Ram Mohan Naidu, the MP from TDP, who is the aviation minister, and this is what he said.
Thank you. I'm very, very super excited. I always knew that this ministry had a lot of scope and potential, and that was reiterated by Honorable Prime Minister Modi ji after a cabinet meeting also. He had a one-to-one small meeting with me, and he said that, see, you're one of the youngest of the lot today, and this is one of the most promising ministries, and it's a ministry which has a global eyes on it. So you have to take charge of this, and you have to explore new ways of in this civil aviation sector. So I felt supercharged after having that discussion, and I'm really excited to take this forward. And like you've said, I already have 10 years experience behind me. Like, people might think that I'm a very young MP right now today, but definitely I have 10 years of parliament experience, so I'm going to utilize that also and try to do wonders in this ministry.
Yes, Mr. Naidu, also the sector has seen a lot of challenges in the past few years, with respect to passengers and with respect to airlines. I know this is just the first day, but briefly, can you tell us what is your vision?
That is always a priority, to take care of the passengers sector also, and like you said, that creates a lot of it takes the public eye most of the time, and I would say that, see, being a passenger myself also, you kind of want those small, even if it's a very small thing, when you're going to the airport or traveling through the airlines, whatever small problems that you have, you want the minister or the ministry to take care of it. So we are going to create a system where those kind of grievances also get addressed, and we are going to make sure that the customer satisfaction is also a top priority.
Right, and what about the airlines? They do also have some complaints.
Yes, so regarding these things, I think it's better if I comment once I have these discussions with them or the review meetings. So I still have to take charge. My priority right now is to make Chandrababu Naidu ji as the Chief Minister. So he's swearing in tomorrow. So I'm really excited for that also. So once that finishes, I'm going to take charge as Civil Aviation Minister.
So big day for Andhra Pradesh tomorrow. Chandrababu Naidu will take oath as the Chief Minister for the 4th time. Telugu superstar and Janasena party, Pawan Kalyan, is also likely to be part of the Andhra Pradesh cabinet. The TDP is expected to have over 15 ministerial berths. And of course, we will get you all those updates tomorrow. That's all we have for you in the show. More news and updates on the other side.